Shalom Israel, Yahaba Shemiel Shabrak thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Shemal Thunba Shemiel Shah to the sisters. I'm Priest Officer Karan Yala, holding it down for Priest Officer Natazab, and this is the ISUBK under Commander General Yohana. This is the Monday Night History class. So tonight we're gonna go over black on black crime in the Bible, right? Of course, we bring scriptures to you and break them down to you like your Christian pastor doesn't do. You understand? We're gonna go over black on black crime tonight, as you can tell by the title, and we're gonna go by oppression. Go over oppression, right? Israel being oppressed by another nation. You understand? Now, I chose this topic in the wake of in recent times we've been having a epidemic of rappers, right, being murdered in our communities unjustly by our own people. You understand? And it's a reason why this is happening, right? And I'm gonna show you tonight emphatically in the Bible, right? When another nation, uh, when another nation oppresses the children of Israel not having any power to get out of hell, to get out of poverty, we tend to take it out on each other. And this is nothing new. You understand? This happened in the days of old, right? And it's happening in these current times, right? At an alarming rate. It seemed like every other month now, we got some young black man that got a couple dollars in his pocket that's getting murdered unjustly in the neighborhood, or probably not in the neighborhood, you understand? And all of this is by design, right? Salakia, let me get Ecclesiastes 7:7. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? Support this truth. Right? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. You understand? When you got a nation of people that's being oppressed, that's living in the depths of hell in the black community, black, Latino, and Native American community, you understand? When we live in poverty at alarming rates, when we have been stripped of our culture, stripped of our identity, stripped of the proper way, the proper wages and the proper pay that's due to the children of Israel for building up this economy. A man that understands that he's being oppressed, he's going to be mad. You understand? Now, depending on if you're in the truth or if you're not in the truth, is how you're going to go about being mad. The scriptures say, be mad and sin not. You understand? But unfortunately, we have a lot of brothers and sisters that don't understand how to deal with the reality that we are oppressed and deprived and robbed people and spoiled people. You understand? So we deal with oppression in an ungodly way, right? Brothers and sisters tend to turn to drugs. They tend to turn to crime. You understand? Robbing each other, killing each other, because we are oppressed people. You understand? But the men in the ISUBK up under Commander General Yana, we understand how to take that oppression and use the right energy to actually fix our situation and be mad and not sin in us being angry. You understand? I'm gonna read that again. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. You understand? When brothers and sisters are oppressed and we understand that we are oppressed people, whether you know the system and the ins and outs of your oppression, or you just understand that your people get the short end of the stick, you're gonna be a mad individual and you're gonna be a mad nation of people. You understand? like I said, once again, we turn to crime, we turn to drugs, we turn to violence, we turn towards not having brotherhood for our own people. You understand? We turn to any different type of vices that will get our mind off of being an oppressed and spoiled people. You understand? And that's what happened during the times of these scriptures. And this is what goes on today. You understand? Every feeling that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have about being oppressed in this empire that we live in, you can find it all through these scriptures. You understand? When the Lord wasn't with us, when we went against the scriptures, when we went against our own way of life and choose to be just like the heathen. You understand? So let's get into some oppression. You understand? If y'all could, Baba Kasha, let's get Exodus 1 and 8. And if anybody out there watching online, y'all got any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. If you're on Facebook, I can't really get to your questions because I can't see it in the chat. But if you're on YouTube, I can see your questions in this chat. You understand? Live here. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. You understand? During the times of the Israelites actually living in Egypt, you understand? Joseph, being one of our forefathers, you understand, that helped the children of Israel to actually thrive in Egypt because he saved Egypt. He did a lot for the Egyptians. Not only did he do a lot for the Egyptians, he did a lot for the known world with the wisdom and the knowledge that the Lord blessed him with to be able to save the planet at that time from famine. You understand? So when this new king in Egypt rose up, right, when he came into power, it says he knew not Joseph. You understand? Now, of course, like I like to say all the time, I ain't grow up in time or era where I knew Abraham Lincoln or Martin Luther King for that matter. I don't know these people, you understand? But I do know the history of these people, and I've heard the name George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and Benjamin Franklin before. Now, this new king that arose in Egypt, you understand, he didn't physically know Joseph, but he knew exactly what Joseph did for the land of Israel. He understood that Salakia, not the land of Israel, for the land of Egypt. He understood that these Israelites are in the land of Egypt because of their forefather Joseph that actually saved our people and made us a superpower on planet Earth. So when it say he knew not Joseph, that just strictly means like he didn't give a damn about what Joseph and the Israelites did to actually contribute to Egypt being a superpower on planet Earth at that time, right? Verse 9, and he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. You understand? These Egyptians know, and just like Africans and Edomites today, you understand, so-called white people today, and the Ukrainians, the Russians, you understand, the East Indians, right? The Arabs, everybody on planet Earth know that the children of Israel, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are more and mightier than these other nations. You understand? They know we the chosen people of God. You understand? They know the Lord poured his spirit out on the children of Israel, and we are better and mightier than the rest of these people. You understand? And this king of Egypt understood this, right? Verse 10, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. You understand? This Egyptian king, this Egyptian pharaoh, right? He understood that the children of Israel were better than the Egyptians. You understand? Now, on top of that, him knowing that we better than the Egyptians, right? He chose to take it upon himself to go talk to his people and come up with a system to oppress us. It says, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies. So this Egyptian pharaoh is coming up with a plan and a decree to actually oppress the children of Israel because he knows that we're better than them. You understand? You got any questions? He knows that we better than them, right? So what they did exactly what they do to us today, right? And I'm gonna read on, right? Verse 11. Therefore did they set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. A taskmaster in today's term would be your boss on your job, right? Somebody that rules over you vigorously, you understand, and always constantly down your throat and make you work this menial job for the pay way less than you deserve, to keep you oppressed, to keep you tired, to keep you looking at this empire like, man, I can't never get on my feet. I can never rise up from this hell that I'm living in. You understand? And that's what went on in Egypt, just like it's going on today. You understand? This Egyptian Pharaoh, he seen how great we was in the land of Egypt, and he took it upon himself to come up with ways and tricks, you understand, and traps to actually oppress the children of Israel. So what did he make us do? He made us his slaves, right? Just like America did when they came over here and conquered and slaughtered 77 million Native American Indians, right? Just like the conquistadors and the Jesuit priests and all the rest of these Edomite wicked men, you understand, that brought the so-called African American, the so-called Haitian, the so-called Jamaican over here on slave boats, you understand, and brought us over here to work in his fields and on his plantations to oppress us. That's exactly what the Egyptians did to us in the land of Egypt. You understand? And in turn, what it did to us, it crippled us as a people. You understand? It made the men docile. If you got a brother that got to get up for work every morning at 6 o'clock, right? Then he got to work a 12-hour shift. And I'm just talking about today, because back in slavery times and back in the times of Egypt, we worked way more than 12 hours. You understand? But it will keep your nation of people, the men out of your nation of people, it'll keep you so tired to where you won't defend yourself against the dangers that come up against you from another nation into your community. You understand? And this is the basis of oppression. You understand? They deprive us from everything that we need to sustain ourselves by making us work these menial jobs. Back then it was slavery, you understand? It was no pay for this. They'd just feed us with scraps, you understand? And pieces of clothing that the slave master wore 20, 30, 40 years ago, you understand? And he had just passed it down to you if he felt like you was a good slave, you understand? That's exactly what goes on in America today. And this is what happened in ancient Egypt. You understand? This is not your first time, Black, Latino, and Native American man, woman, and child, for serving slavery exactly how it's going on in America. You understand? We worked them menial jobs back then. You understand? I'm going to read on some more, right? Salaki. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Rameses, right? Now, Salaki and Ramses, right? So now they afflicted us with these burdens, meaning they made us work long hours, you understand, in them fields. They made us work long hours on these jobs. And what did we do? We built treasure cities for them. What's a treasure city today, right? San Francisco, Philadelphia, Oakland, California. You understand? Any big major city where your oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks of, can actually make millions and billions of dollars off of you working at these menial jobs. You understand? When you go into any one of these major cities, you got so many businesses that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans work in. You understand? Look at the fast food industry. Who's the workers flipping burgers and frying French fries and making chicken nuggets for everybody else in the goddamn world? It's Blacks and Latinos. You understand? Look at these sporting events when you got the NBA, you know what I'm saying? The NFL, Major League Baseball. Most of the time, it's our people actually working our asses off, excuse my French, working our behinds off to actually make it to these leagues, to keep making our slave masters billions of dollars, sometimes even trillions of dollars, and they pay us to do all of the dirty work to entertain the people around the world with our skills that the Lord blessed us with. Not only are we the people that's on the field and on the basketball court actually entertaining people. We the ones in the concession booths selling popcorn. We selling hot dogs and French fries. You understand? And I ain't been to a basketball game or a football game or a baseball game in a long time. But back when I went to one of these sporting events, man, the prices of this food is ridiculous. So I know exactly how much it costs today. You understand? Look at what's going on when you go watch a movie at the movie theater. You get a box of popcorn about the same size as this cup. That's about $8. You understand? And 9 times out of 10, who behind that counter selling them concessions to you? You understand? At the pay rate of about $10, $11 an hour. It's a sister. You understand? It's a brother, right? We being destroyed in this empire because these people are oppressing us. You understand? Right? And 9 times out of 10, the oppression that the slave master has bestowed on the children of Israel, it breeds black on black crime. Now, when I say black on black crime, I'm not just talking about Negroes and Haitians and Jamaicans. I'm talking about our Latino brothers and sisters too, because they niggas just like us. You understand? So the Sureños and the Norteños that fight each other in California, that's black on black crime as well. You understand? And the Sureños and the Crips fighting each other, and the Sureños and the Bloods fighting each other, that's black on black crime as well. You understand? And so forth and so on, depending on which neighborhood you live in, of which major city that you live in. You understand? It's black on black crime that plagues our nation because we're being oppressed by these damn heathens, right? Verse 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we get afflicted with so much destruction that's dished out by our oppressor, our oppressor, that it's a goddamn miracle that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans actually still exist in this country, right? We have been plagued with drugs in our community. We've been plagued with them giving us black exploitation films in the 70s, taking the father out of the home in the 70s and giving sisters welfare and making them think that they can live on their own without the support of a black man. And then in turn, these same women raise these men up, right? These young men that grew up on these black exploitation films in the 70s, you understand, early 70s and the 80s and stuff. And they eventually grow up to be drug dealers, you understand? And then we kill each other in our neighborhoods. And now we never wanted a prison system, right? This is us being afflicted by our oppressors, you understand? By Pharaoh today, which is the president today, right? Joe Biden, he came up with the crime bill. You understand? Hillary and Bill Clinton, they came up with the 3-strike law. These is all ways to afflict the children of Israel, to actually cripple our nation, to keep us as a small and docile people. You understand? Right? I'm going to read verse 12 again. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, right? The more they afflict the children of Israel, right? The more they oppress Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we still keep growing and growing. They've come up with Planned Parenthood, right? And co-star sisters in the killing our babies to the tune of 350,000 abortions every year. But meanwhile, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we still keep growing. We still be having these big family gatherings where it's like 300 people and there's only one goddamn family up there. You understand? You got brothers that got 2 and 3 baby mamas in the ghetto, and this Negro got about 8 kids. You understand? The tribe of Issachar, man, good night. You know how when you was younger, right? And your mama got about 4 sisters and 5 brothers, and this is only between 2 parents. You understand? This is still going on in a lot of the Issacharite community out here in California. You'll get 1 mama, 1 daddy, and between these 2 people, between these 2 human beings, they got about 9 kids. You understand? That's because the children of Israel are fruitful. We've been blessed by the Lord to be a fruitful people. You understand? Even though we've been oppressed by these goddamn heathens, by the Caucasian slave master, by the devil that the Bible speaks of, we still get shot down in the streets. You understand? They still place us in these bullet riddled communities and drug infested projects, right? And we still grow to be a strong nation of people. You understand? As far as numbers is concerned, you understand? And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And your oppressor hates to see the children of Israel, right? I take my kids to the grocery store all the goddamn time, right? And it never fails. If it's me, my rib, and all our kids, and we in a grocery store, I'm gonna see a white man like looking at me through the side eye of him, like, look at these niggas. It's a whole family of niggas in this store, and they can't stand to see us. You understand? They are grieved at the sight of the children of Israel. You understand? Right? Verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. You understand? They made us serve with rigor, just like your slave master did today. And this empire that we live in, by beating the hell out of us, forcing us to go into the fields, sun up, sundown, pick their cotton, grow their fruits and vegetables, tend to their livestock, breastfeed their little big head, ugly children. You understand? They made us do all of the same stuff back then in Egypt. I'm gonna read that again. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. That's going on today, right? You show up late to your job, 5-10 minutes late. Meanwhile, you live a whole 2 hours away from this place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times you got to get up early in the morning, earlier than what you would do, because the pay rate is higher in another city than yours. So you got to drive all the way out to a whole nother city just to make ends meet. And you damn near automatically gonna be late all the time unless you're gonna be super early. But your boss don't care about that. Your boss don't care that it's so much traffic in the morning, because a lot of people are commuting from the same place that you commute to go to a job that you're supposed to be at 7 o'clock in the morning, but you got to leave your house at 4:30 in the morning, when if it wasn't no traffic, your job is only about 45 minutes from your house. But you got to drive all the way to your job with the traffic added on. So it's going to take you 2.5 hours to drive from a place, from driving from your house to a place that's only 45 minutes from your house. Then when you get to work and show up 5-10 minutes late every damn day, your boss on your job gonna call you into that office when it's time to evaluate your performance, and he gonna look at you crazy when you ask for $1 raise, because they raising your rent and you being impoverished. You know what I'm saying? You being oppressed by the system of white America. You understand? And you can barely make ends meet. You had to take out a loan just to take gas money, just to get gas money in your car to actually make it to your goddamn slavery. You understand? That's the children of Israel serving with rigor in these times. You understand? Your slave master don't give a damn about you not finding a babysitter for your kids. Your slave master don't give a damn about you being $5-10 short on your rent. They don't give a damn about you eating noodles every goddamn night, and you have to find a babysitter and pay them a third of your goddamn check just so you can come to that business and make your slave master richer than what he is. They don't give a damn about that. So they're going to make you serve with rigor. You understand? Verse 14. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, our lives are bitter with hard bondage. You ever see a brother come from work and he's a construction worker? He's like, man, I'm tired as hell. Like, he damn near ain't got no life in him. You understand? Because his life is bitter because of this hard bondage. You understand? Look at brothers and sisters that work at these goddamn grocery stores, right? They be sitting up there on their last damn leg looking like they need 4 shots of espresso just to wake their game up. You understand? Because they've been working this goddamn job for about 45 hours this whole goddamn week. And the paycheck's still going to be short because your oppressor is taking astronomical taxes out of your goddamn paycheck. This is hell that the children of Israel are living in, being oppressed by these other heathens. You understand? And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. You hear that? We worked in all manner of service of the field, and they made our lives with hard bondage, made our lives bitter with hard bondage with mortar and brick. What is that about? Nigga, we was construction workers in Egypt. We built them goddamn pyramids in these treasure cities. You understand? Them big old tombstones that you see, you understand? That's been robbed of all the gold and precious treasures by these goddamn Edomites. Well, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans built those in hard bondage. You understand? I'm gonna read that again. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick. You built the goddamn White House, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You built these big ass slave plantation houses. Man, I remember we went to we went to Texas for Passover a couple years ago, right? And we driving through the countryside of Texas and back like in the woods and all that type of stuff. You understand? You see these big slave plantation houses that's about 1.5 miles apart from each other. And these is big and beautiful houses that look exactly like the goddamn White House, just a little bit smaller. You understand? Black people built them houses. You understand? We had to build our slave master a goddamn house and sleep in a shed. You understand? Because our lives was read that again. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick. You understand? Look at these big skyscrapers that you see today. The tribe of Issachar is building these big ass skyscrapers. You understand? And you got some white man that's a foreman on the job that ain't lifting his finger up. He running around with a clipboard, you understand, and a pen, evaluating your work when you sweating for pennies on the job and you got to go eat a couple noodles on your goddamn break. That is a life that is bitter with hard bondage. You understand? And in all manner of service in the field. What's going on with the Issacharite brothers and sisters? They growing your tomatoes, your apples, your oranges. You understand? Like, when you see the tribe of Issachar selling oranges on the side of the goddamn road, that's literally probably the pay that they got from a goddamn slave master. You understand? Just some extra stuff that they gave him to feed their family, because they already know that they doing them dirty on the wages that they paying. And in order for our Latino brothers and the tribe of Issachar to actually make ends meet, they take those fruits and vegetables and come outside on the corner and sell it to the public. You understand? That's manner of service in the field. We picked that cotton. We grew that cotton. You understand? We tended to your livestock. Look at what's going on in Texas. Texas is one of the biggest, the state of Texas is one of the biggest producers of beef in the goddamn world. You understand? And who gave them this? The children of Israel served you goddamn Caucasians for 400 years, you understand? And I'm not just talking about physical bondage and slavery, because that was only what, about 200 years or something like that? I'm talking about up until today, about 500 years. We served you, you understand? Gave you the industries that you have, you understand? Right? All manner of service in the field. We grew your corn. We grew your cotton. You understand? We grew your apples, your oranges, all your fruits and vegetables. We tended to your goddamn livestock. You understand? Sugar cane over there in the West Indies. You understand? Like, look at sugar. You understand? Sugar is used for damn near everything that a person consumes in America. Just like cotton. Everybody got a piece of cotton. Meanwhile, they ain't paid blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans a goddamn thing for what we gave to these goddamn heathens. You understand? Wherein they were made to serve with rigor. They made to serve. We was made to serve with rigor. You understand? They beat our backs. You understand? If you didn't get your quota of cotton that you had to pick. You understand? They beat the hell out of us, right? In order for them to keep getting rich off of the children of Israel. And in order for them to become wealthy, you understand, greedy bastards. They beat the children of Israel and forced us to do hard labor in America, just how they did in this book in Exodus. You understand? Verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. You understand? We got some more oppression for you by these goddamn Egyptians. You understand? That the Caucasian man does today. This is abortion in the Bible. You understand? This same Pharaoh told these Hebrew sisters, they was midwives. A midwife is a sister that assists a pregnant sister in delivering her baby. You understand? Back in these times, we had our own women to help us deliver our children. You understand? And what this evil bastard of a Pharaoh did, he told these sisters, man, look, when y'all do the office of a midwife, when y'all go help these sisters deliver a baby, if it's a boy, kill him. You understand? Snap his neck, do whatever the hell you got to do, but kill him. Right? That's more oppression. You know why they want to kill the men? Because the man child keeps the seed of the nation. You understand? This man, this little boy is eventually going to grow up, right? Be a man, get a wife, 2 wives, 3 wives, however many wives that he chooses, and he's going to populate that goddamn nation and make more niggas. They didn't want this to happen. Just like today, America has brainwashed brothers and sisters into thinking that a man can only have one wife. A man can only deal with one woman and happy wife and happy life. All of this nonsense and this BS. You understand? On top of that, they'll tell a man that he can only have one wife and give the sister the option to actually murder her goddamn baby. You know why? Because we've been oppressed by these goddamn Caucasians. You're being oppressed by Joe Biden, Donald Trump. The scriptures say never trust thine enemy. You would trust your enemy to giving you a outlook on life to where you can think that you can murder your baby, and in turn, your nation falls up under the foot of his goddamn slave master every goddamn day, worse and worse and worse. We being destroyed. Like, it's more Black, Latino, and Native American people in prison right now than there were slaves. You understand? We wasn't killing 350,000 Black, Latino, and American babies, Native American babies, in slavery. But meanwhile, in these times, when they brainwashed the children of Israel by way of oppression and poverty for so many goddamn years, they have taught our sisters that it's okay for them to murder their goddamn babies. And in turn, what happens? You cripple your nation. You understand? So this is what happened in ancient Egypt. We was oppressed by these goddamn Egyptians. You understand? And during the time of us being oppressed by these Egyptians, we lived in the same conditions that we lived in today. We lived in the projects. We lived in poverty. You understand? We lived, matter of fact, Shalakia. Let me come back to this. Let me get Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. You understand? The Lord said we are a people that is robbed and spoiled. You understand? What does it mean to be spoiled? And what it means to be spoiled is you go to war with another nation of people. You understand? And after the victor in the war, right, wins the war, he gets all the goods from that losing nation of people. That's the spoil of the war. You understand? What are we spoiled of? We spoiled of our identity. You know what I'm saying? We spoiled of everything that we had as a nation as far as our culture. What are we spoiled of? Our women have become spoiled to this goddamn nation. Our women have become spoiled to this goddamn empire because our women do the will of Caucasian men. Caucasian men want to kill Black, Latino, and Native American men. So what does the woman do? She go have an abortion to the tune of 350,000 every goddamn year. You understand? Yo, you like Caucasian men do not want Black men to be in a household and actually raised up a righteous family and be the head of his household and protect his household. You understand? So what does he do? He come up with tricks. You understand? He comes up with different laws. He comes up with different crafty counsels to get the man out of the house. Then what happens? When this strong and righteous man has been binded up, you understand? He's going to be robbed by this goddamn oppressor. Robbed of what? Robbed of his family. You understand? Robbed of him being a protector over his women and children. You understand? And what happens after that? Our brothers and sisters grow up without fathers. The sisters end up being whores. They go to these strip clubs and the what's the word I'm looking for? The cliche statement was she just stripping to pay her college tuition. Meanwhile, she ain't going to goddamn college. She's being a whore and a prostitute and all of that. You understand? What the brothers doing? They ain't got no proper guidance, you understand, from a male figure in a goddamn house. They have never seen a father be an actual father to his children or a great husband to his wife. So what they do? You understand? They get multiple women pregnant, right? Not take care of all of their children, throw women away, pour our sisters out, kill their own brothers in the Black community over drugs and gangs. You understand? Eventually, if they don't get murdered themselves, they get life in prison. You understand? Or be up under the bridge somewhere doing drugs and drinking excessive alcohol because life has beaten him down. You understand? I'm going to read that again. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we've been robbed. You understand? Not only of the land and the substance that we've built in this empire. You understand? We've been robbed of our morals. We've been robbed of actually being a people that actually have a righteous culture. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have been fed with this image of a white Christ, and God is white and God loves everybody. You understand? And we've been fed this so much that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans actually believe it today. To where you see righteous Black men on the corner yelling at the top of our lungs about the atrocity that's being committed against our people. You got people of our nation saying, get a job, nigga. You niggas is preaching hate. They doing the same thing that the Israelites did in the New Testament concerning Christ. When you come up against the ISUBK and say, oh, you niggas hate women, or y'all can't tell us what to do, and can't no man rule over us, and you niggas need to get a job, and y'all sound like y'all mad. You understand? In turn, what you're saying is, we don't give a damn about Jesus Christ. We don't give a damn about Yahushua Mashiach. We have no king but Caesar. When you bow down to that white image of a Christ or the image of a white God in your mind, you are literally telling yourself, the white man is my God. The white man is my king. Jesus Christ could never be a nigga because you niggas ain't SHIT. You understand? And the reason why we have this mind frame is because we've been robbed and spoiled and oppressed by these other nations, chiefly the white man. You understand? And he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. He done deceived the whole goddamn world into believing that niggas can't be nothing but drug dealers. You understand? Tricksters, pimps, whores. You understand? Jigaboos. We ain't good for shit but dunking a basketball. You understand? And telling some corny jokes on stage and being a goddamn jester for this goddamn white man. You understand? Which is furthest from the truth. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the priest of the Lord. You understand? Here in this ISUBK. You understand? We are the chosen people of God. A white man is beneath us. An African man is beneath us. You understand? And the reason why we don't believe this is because we've been force-fed Christianity and we've been robbed of our morals because they chose these wicked, big-head Negro preachers to actually preach you a prosperity doctrine, feed you white Jesus on a platter, and tell you, woman, thou art loose, and basically indoctrinate black people to actually hate their own skin kind. Or Salaki, their own skin color, they own flesh and blood, they own people. You understand? When you think Jesus is a white man, you're going to think that nigga that lives next door to you is nothing but a goddamn criminal. If you think Jesus is a white man, you understand? You're going to think that sister that lives across the street from you is nothing but a whore, and she's not a princess. She's not a daughter of Zion. You understand? And the only people that think like this is a people robbed and spoiled. You understand? Reading on. And they, Salakia, they are all of them snared in holes. What does that mean by us being snared in holes? America has said, not just America, this empire that we live in, whether it's America, Haiti, Trinidad, Tobago, the UK, right? We have been snared in holes, meaning it's a lot of traps in this world that we live in today. You understand? The biggest trap is Christianity. You got drug dealing, you got pimping, you got prostitution, you got scamming, you got gang banging. All of these is traps that sit in the black communities. You understand? Latino communities on these reservations. You understand? Our Native American brothers and sisters today, right? They got a goddamn border that tells you Mexicans cannot come to a goddamn land that's their goddamn land. California is Mexico. You understand? Phoenix, Arizona in general is Mexico. Texas is Mexico. They didn't build what's it called? Great America down there in Southern California, making billions of dollars off of our people. You understand? Being oppressed. So we need some place to go have fun at. They making billions of dollars in a land that is the Mexicans. Meanwhile, Mexicans cannot come over here unless they got a green card. Come on, man. We are a people robbed and spoiled. You understand? And they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey. Salakia. Let me read that again. And they are hid in prison houses. This hidden prison houses is twofold, right? Not only are we the number one nation, right? I'm gonna say number one and number two, but blacks and Latinos and Native Americans as a whole, we are number one in the prison system. We number one in these county jails. You understand? We number one in all of these institutions. We number one in YA, juvenile hall. You understand? When they say we hid in prison houses, not only are we locked up in physical prison houses, but the projects that we live in is goddamn prison houses too. You understand? We are a people that's locked up in the ghetto. You understand? They hide you in the projects. They hide what's actually really going on in your neighborhood. When a heathen from another place sees America, he thinks, man, that's a great land, the home of the free, the home of the brave. It's the land of opportunity. Let him come live in my neighborhood. Let him come grow up where the hell I grew up at. Of course, it's going to be way better for him because he's not chosen of the Lord, you understand? But he going to see how black people are actually really living. You understand? And these goddamn heathens, they come over here and finally see how blacks, Latinos, and Native American people are living, and they actually think it's our fault. They actually think, damn, this is a goddamn lazy people. Meanwhile, you cannot open up your goddamn laundry shop or your liquor store or your Chinese food restaurant, you understand, if blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans did not actually work this goddamn land for these goddamn Caucasians. You understand? We can't be that goddamn lazy when we built all the wealth up in this goddamn country. You understand? But Salakia, it says they are for a prey and none deliberate. We are a prey to you other nations. You understand? Y'all come over here and devour all the resources that's owed to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? And it's just so ridiculous and disgusting that these Christians don't even speak up about the atrocities that's being committed against blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Your Christian pastor is not saying that your Chinese counterpart that comes over here that don't speak the goddamn language should not be driving a 2022 Mercedes-Benz truck when they only been here for 6 goddamn months. when our people served hard bondage and slavery in this country. They don't speak up about that. Reverend Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and Creflo Dollar, and this wicked Negro that just got robbed for $1 million in jewelry, they not saying nothing about black people being oppressed. They telling you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps because the slave master has robbed you and gave these wicked Negroes a portion of these trinkets that they robbed you for. You understand? Matter of fact, not even a portion, a small smidgen on what the oppressor owes us. You understand? It says they are for a prey and none delivering. Man, come on. Your Christian pastor don't want to get you out of hell. Your Christian pastor does not want to have you in a position to where you can sustain yourself and actually feed your family, you understand, and live off of the wages that's sufficient enough for you to not be in hell. Your Christian pastor don't give a damn about that. He knows us Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are for a prey. They very well understand this, and they do not want you delivered. None say of delivered. Not even Jay-Z wants to deliver his own people that he grew up with in Marcy Projects. He don't give a damn about that. You understand? He would rather go drink champagne and eat caviar and lobster tails with a whole bunch of rich white people than actually go to his community and actually check on the welfare of his people. You understand? For a spoil, and none say of restore. Man, we've been spoiled. Ain't nobody said restore to us. Ain't nobody told them to give back what they stole from the children of Israel. You understand? They not sitting up here saying that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans need to be paid for the hard bondage, you understand, and the contributions that we gave to America. They're not telling you that you need to give back these patents of these inventions that black people invented in this goddamn country. They don't give a damn about that. Nobody gives a damn about that. You understand? But Salakia, with all this oppression that goes on, then what comes from that? 9 times out of 10, black on black crime. You understand? Right? This is the book of Exodus chapter 2 and verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. You understand? So Moses actually grew up in Pharaoh's house. Moses grew up basically privileged. You understand? And when he got old enough, he went to go check on his own people. And when he came to I forget the name of the city. I forget the name, Salakia. When he came to the city that the children of Israel actually lived in, Salakia. I think, yeah, Goshen, right? When he came to Goshen, right? He sat back and looked at what was going on with his people. And what he noticed was he seen an Egyptian beating on one of his Hebrew brothers. You understand? Right? Verse 12. And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. You understand? Moses understood that his people was being oppressed by these goddamn Egyptians. So Moses, having the spirit of the Lord on him, he killed this goddamn Egyptian and buried him in the sand. You understand? And I'm not advocating for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to actually go to war physically with these goddamn heathens. But this is the spirit that you have to be in as a man of God to actually care about your goddamn people. You understand? How do we go to war with this goddamn empire? We stop celebrating their holidays. We stop smoking weed. We stop smoking cigarettes. We stop selling drugs. We stop feuding with each other. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1 says, gather yourselves together, O nation not desire. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we have to come together up under one banner, up under the ISUPK, up under Commander General Yohana, and actually keep these law, statutes, and commandments in order for the Lord to have mercy on us. You understand? Not by you fighting your goddamn oppressor, right? Verse 13. And when he went out the second day, Behold, two men of the Hebrews strove together. So Moses goes back out, right? The second day. And when he comes out this day, it's two Hebrew men fighting amongst each other. And why is we fighting each other? The same reason why you got blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans killing each other on the street corners in America today because of oppression, because of this hard bondage we have to serve our damn oppressor. You understand? Because of these menial jobs that we have to work, because brothers and sisters work at McDonald's, because you live in the projects, because niggas' mamas is prostitutes, because niggas' daddies is in prison. You understand? This is why black on black crime, thrives in America, right? This is exactly why black people actually hate each other. You understand? This is why we have no brotherhood, because we don't understand that your oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and he's designed for you to be oppressed so you can hurt your own goddamn self. You understand? This is what slavery, that the war about slavery was about. You understand? One group of white people was way smarter than the other group of white people. You got the ones that wanted to keep us in hard physical bondage and chattel slavery, you understand? And what was going to happen? We was going to keep revolting against these goddamn crackers. Excuse my French. Keep revolting against these goddamn these oppressors, right? But you got another smart white man. He like, man, look, we can't keep them niggas in bondage too much longer because they gonna keep revolting on us. Let's come up with a system, aka systematic slavery, to actually get them to not believe that they slaves, and they'll kill each other on their own street corners. And this is what's going on right here in the book of Exodus, the second chapter, right? And when he went out on the second day, behold, two men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? You understand? So Moses seeing these two brothers fight each other. He's like, man, look, bro, why is you doing this to your brother? Like, we all brothers. Can't we get along? Can't we all just get along? On a movie Menace to Society, when Cain jumped in the car to rob the other brother, he like, man, look, bro, we supposed to be brothers. Cain like, what, you trying to kick some knowledge? You think you smart or something? Watch what they say to Moses. They said exactly what Cain said to the brother that he was robbing, right? Verse 14, and he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? You hear what they said to Moses? Who made you a prince and a judge over us? Go watch Menace to Society, that clip when Cain robbed the other brother at the drive-thru. And he was like, man, look, bro, we supposed to be brothers. Dude like, what? Cain like, nigga, you smart? You trying to kick some knowledge? That's exactly what they said to Moses. Nigga, you what? Oh, you smart? Nigga, you trying to kick some knowledge? Who made you a judge and a prince over us? Basically, like, nigga, nobody want to hear that. Who is you to tell us that we doing something wrong? You understand? Intendest thou to kill me as thou killed the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. You understand? So they're like, look, what you came to do, come kill us like you killed that Egyptian the other day? So Moses like, damn, if y'all niggas know, Moses know. I mean, Salaki, the Pharaoh know. Moses like, man, shit, if y'all know, Pharaoh got to know this. You understand? Verse 15. Now, when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. You understand? Moses had a warrant out for his goddamn arrest. I just read to you the projects, the goddamn ghetto in America. You got poverty. You got menial jobs. You got the slave master. I just read you police brutality with this Egyptian beating on a Hebrew brother. You understand? Then I just read you black on black crime when these brothers is two fighting amongst each other. You understand? Moses then killed some basically a police officer or whatever you want to call him, which was the Egyptian. And then what happens in the end? Moses got a warrant out for his arrest for a crime that he committed. It's blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans all over again here in America. You understand? Let me give you some more black on black crime. Let's go to First Samuel chapter 25. Got any questions? First Samuel 25 and 2. This is the book of First Samuel chapter 25 and verse 2. And there was a man in Maon whose possessions were in Carmel, and the man was very great, and he had 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats, and he was sharing the sheep in Carmel. You understand? Now, this is a man that's very rich in possessions. You understand it? This man got what to say? 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats. He got a whole lot of livestock. This dude is rich right here, just like the United States of America. Excuse me. Just like the United States of America is rich. Just like every empire that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans live today. This is a rich empire. You understand? Like, look at what's going on here in America. Look what happened around Christmas time in every major goddamn city. They gonna give you a 90-foot goddamn Christmas tree with a million gigantic Christmas lights on it. You understand? That costs a fortune in electricity just to keep lit for a couple days throughout the year. You understand? Look at all of these goddamn businesses that America has erected in this goddamn empire. You understand? You got Nike, you got Adidas, you got McDonald's, right? You got Wingstop, right? You got Walmart, you got Target, right? You got Whole Foods, Safeway grocery stores. You understand? You got Pack and Save grocery stores. America is a rich place. Look at the goddamn White House. The goddamn White House is damn near the size of a small town. America is a filthy rich place. Look at New York, the Empire State. You understand? New York City. You got the Statue of Liberty over there, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge. You understand? All of these you got the area of Tribeca, which is where a lot of millionaires live at. You understand? Look at out here in the Bay Area. You got Apple, Google, a lot of these tech companies that's billion-dollar industries. America is a rich place, just like this man in Carmel. You understand? Verse 3. Now the name of the man was Nabal, and the name of his wife Abigail, and she was a woman of good understanding, right? So Nabal had a wife named Abigail. She was a woman of good understanding. She had compassion on people. You understand? She understood stuff that her husband didn't. You understand? Salakia. Read on. And she was a woman of good understanding and a beautiful countenance. But the man was churlish and evil in his doings. And he was of the house of Caleb. You understand? Like, this man was this man was an evil bastard, just like Donald Trump. He owns Trump Towers. You understand? Just like your forefathers, the so-called forefathers that started this country, George Washington. You understand? Abraham Lincoln. All of these goddamn Caucasians that own slaves and made billion-dollar industries, you understand, off of them owning blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans as their personal servants for hundreds of years, and a lot of times passing down, brothers, to their goddamn children on their deathbed when they die. You understand? This is a wealthy kingdom run by evil, filthy, stinking rich men. You understand? Right? And it says, and he was of the house of Caleb. Now, when it say he was of the house of Caleb, this Negro was a goddamn Israelite. You understand? Just like your Christian pastor, Creflo Dollar. And I can go forth and I can go so forth and so on and name 100 of these goddamn wicked bastards. You understand? These dudes is Israelites, you understand, that that David is encountering that has riches and wealth. You understand? But David is living in the land of his own people. You know what I'm saying? Us blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we live in the land of the oppressor. So this is basically his oppressor in his time. You understand? Unfortunately, it's one of his own people. But at the same time, though, our people are being impoverished and oppressed by America, which is not our people, but we still built up this place. Now watch what David say to him. Verse 4. And David heard in the wilderness that Nabal did shear sheep. And David sent out 10 young men, and David said unto the young men, get you up to Carmel and go to Nabal and greet him in my name. So David heard that this brother Nabal was out there basically trimming his sheep. You understand? Like to shear sheep in them time, like he basically, you know what I'm saying? Like you know how when you're a young dude and you got some money and you earning, you sitting up there earning your dollar bills on a goddamn basically like you stacking up your money in neat, you know what I'm saying, in neat increments, you understand, and putting it together nicely. It's basically the same thing what he doing. He counting his wealth. He's shearing all his sheep, trimming the hairs off these sheep. You understand? Like, man, I got a whole lot of sheep, but I'm doing my thing right now. You understand? Right? And Nabal, so like, and David, he sent 10 men to go holler at Nabal. Like, man, look, I'm gonna read what he told him to say, right? And David sent out 10 young men, and David said unto the young men, get you up to Carmel and go to Nabal and greet him in my name. So he like, man, look, y'all go to Carmel and go holler at Nabal for me, right? Verse 7. And now I have heard, Salaki, verse 6. And thus shall ye say to him that liveth in prosperity. You understand? He said, go say this to this rich man. You understand? Right? Peace be both to thee, and peace be to thine house, and peace be to all that thou hast. Right? And now I have heard that thou hast shearers, Salaki, that thou hast shearers. Now thy servants which were with us, we hurt them not, neither was there aught missing unto them, all the while they were in Carmel. Ask thy young man, and they will show thee. Wherefore, let the young man find favor in thine eyes, for we come in good day. Give I pray thee, whatsoever cometh to thine hand, unto thy servants and to thy son David. You understand? So David basically getting at the ball like, look, bro, we took care of your young man. You understand? We did work for you and made sure that your estate and all of your precious wealth, you understand, and all of your possessions was kept up to par. Basically the same thing that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans ask America today. We built up this empire. You understand? We built your White House. We built all these big ass skyscrapers in these downtown areas. You understand? We grew your fruits and vegetables. We worked at your McDonald's. You understand? We built up your small businesses from the ground up and made you millions of dollars. Man, can we just get a little something to sustain ourselves? And this is exactly what David is asking his brother. He's like, man, look, we looked out for you. Look out for us. You understand? Salaki, verse 9. And when David's young men came, they spake to Nabal according to all these words in the name of David, and ceased. Verse 10. And Nabal answered David's servants and said, who is David? And who is the son of Jesse? There be many servants nowadays that break away every man from his master. Man, look. He like, man, I don't know David. Who the hell is he? Just like America feels about what blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have done for this country. He said the same thing that this new Pharaoh that rose up in Egypt said. He knew not Joseph. He's saying the exact same thing that this Pharaoh said in Egypt. But I don't know Joseph. Dude, like, I don't know David. Who the hell is he? What has he done for me? You understand? Oh, there's a lot of you niggas that just keep asking for handouts. You understand? Like, he basically saying, like, I'm not finna be giving y'all niggas money. I'm tired of paying for welfare. I'm tired of y'all taking money out of my taxes to feed these broke niggas. This is exactly what he's saying. This is what America says to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? It's the same exact thing, right? Verse 11. Shall I then take my bread and my water and my flesh that I have killed for my shearers and give it unto men whom I know not whence they be? Man, look, that's what America says to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Man, we shouldn't have to pay for welfare. Slavery was a long time ago. Y'all need to bull yourselves up by y'all bootstraps. Look at LeBron James. He has done well for himself. Look at Jay-Z. He's a multimillionaire. He's a billionaire off of music. If he can do it, the rest of y'all can do it. This is exactly the same approach that this rich nigga, you understand, the ball, took on basically giving David, you know what I'm saying, food and substances to sustain himself and his men when David is on a run from an unjust king named Saul. You understand? Saul wanted to kill David because Saul was jealous of David. That's some more black on black crime in his Bible. You understand? Saul wanted to kill David because David was a great warrior for the children of Israel, and Saul was jealous of the praise that David was getting from the women of the children of Israel. So he tried to kill David. He threw a javelin at David's head. That's the equivalent of shooting a shot at a brother trying to knock his head off with a pistol. It's the same thing. So David being on the run and being impoverished, you understand, being poor, not having enough to sustain himself and his men while he's on the run, he's asking the ball for help because he's helping the ball in the past. You understand? He's the reason why Nabal has the wealth that he has. And the ball, like, man, I ain't giving you niggas nothing. Nah, you can't get a raise on your job. Nah, we not finna raise minimum wages, bro. Y'all niggas tripping. Y'all always asking for stuff. We don't have enough money in the economy to pay black people for slavery. This is what Nabal is saying to David in so many words. You understand? Verse 12. So David's young men turned their way and went again and came and told all those things. And came and told him all those things. It's like it. So after Nabal, like, look, man, we ain't giving you niggas nothing. They was like, all right, bet. No sweat, don't even worry about it. They went to go holler at David, like, look, David, dude said he ain't got nothing for us. He ain't got nothing for us. He don't care about how we looked after his people. He don't care about how we tend to his sheep. He don't care about how we made sure that his wealth and his substance was intact and unmessed with. You understand? He don't care about how we kept his business in order. He don't care about none of that, right? Verse 13, and David said unto his men, gird ye on every man his sword. Now look, David is furious. We did all of this for this man, you understand, made sure his business was intact, right? Served him as good servants served their master. And this nigga gonna tell us that we can't get no food? You not finna pay us with no food for us to eat? Man, look, y'all niggas grab y'all guns. That's what David basically said. But hey, grab them straps, bro. Go ahead and put your weapon on you, bro. We finna go out and go kill somebody. We about to go kill this nigga. This nigga got us effed up. We finna go get on him. You understand? I'm gonna read that again. And David said unto his men, gird ye on every man his sword. And they girded on every man his sword. And David also girded on his sword. And they went up after David, about 400 men, and 200 abode by the stuff. They got their swords and moved out. David like, look, bro, we finna go slide on dude. Dude got us effed up. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why black men today in the streets grab their guns and go rob stores. This is why we go grab a gun and you see some rich white man at an ATM, you understand, and you go kill him for what's in his wallet, or hold him for ransom for what's in his goddamn bank account. You got a question? Right, right, right. I don't know if y'all can hear my rib. She's saying, look, this is why rappers like Pop Smoke and PNB Rock got murdered. You understand? Because brothers are oppressed in this empire. You understand? You see a man with more than you, more substance than you, and you know America won't give you your fair share. So you willing to go out there to actually go kill your brother. You willing to go shoot a brother in his face 5 times and take his jewelry off his goddamn neck after you murdered him because you're in poverty. And a lot of you wicked Negroes that's Christians, they be like, man, niggas can't never have nothing. Niggas always hating on another black man. And woo, woo. It don't have nothing to do with brothers hating on each other. It has everything to do with brothers being oppressed. If we wasn't oppressed by goddamn white people, PNB Rock would have never lost his life. Pop Smoke would have never had his Airbnb ran in by some young kids from South Central Los Angeles and murdered for a goddamn watch that they sold for pennies on a goddamn dollar. The reason why this stuff happens is because blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are oppressed by these goddamn heathens. We oppressed by the Caucasian slave master. So in turn, when you see a young brother that got a chain on, right? I'm gonna speak for myself. It's a lot of times, bro, that I would have tried to take something from you just because I don't have any money. It's a few brothers that's probably out there in the world, you understand, that then pulled out guns and took something from me because they was oppressed and I looked like I had something more than them. You understand? So I understand and I sympathize with a brother that's pulling out a gun to go rob his own brother in order to feed his family. Not saying that it's right, because it's absolutely wrong. You understand? But I understand what would drive a brother to that state of mind frame to where he can actually go grab his gun to go kill somebody in order to put some food in his goddamn stomach. And David did the same exact thing. You understand? Commander General Yana just had a cold camp speaking on this same subject, right? And when you actually look at the history of David and how the Lord described David, the Lord said David was a man after his own heart. Meaning this is the spirit of God. If you oppress me, I have to do something about it. If you feel like I can't eat and feed my goddamn people, oh, I'm going to take what I need. You understand? And that's exactly what David did. David was oppressed. David couldn't feed himself. David looked after this man's people, you understand, made sure his business was intact. And in turn, this same rich Negro, you understand, he looked at him and was like, man, look, I ain't giving y'all niggas nothing. Just like America does to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is why you got black and Latino and Native American men #1 in the prison system, because we got 5, 10, 15, 25 years for trying to rob somebody because we hungry. Because we've been deprived of the proper wages and the proper money that's owed to us, right? In this empire, we go rob another people or another person, you understand, and ended up going to prison for a long time. Or sometimes being murdered in the process, you understand? Or taking another brother's life and getting life in jail because we didn't have enough money to actually buy diapers for our goddamn children. Because we being oppressed by rich America, you understand, that don't give a damn about how much we contributed to building up this goddamn nation. You understand? It's ridiculous. Let's go to the book of Judges. Make sure you all like, comment, subscribe. Share the class, Baba Kasha. Go to the book of Judges. It's the book of Judges, chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 1. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of Midian 7 years. Right? So around this time, this is the time where, of course, we went off again, and the Lord punished us by delivering us into the hands of a heathen nation once again. You understand? Right? So we serving these Midianites. And the Midianites today, it's I believe throughout history they intermarried with the children of Ishmael. So they would be a tribe of Arabs today, if I'm not mistaken. You understand? The Midianites being one of the descendants of Abraham as well, right? The Midianites, Moses, I believe his father-in-law name was Jethro. He was a Midianite. You understand? Reading on. And the hand of Midian prevailed against Israel, and because of the Midianites, the children of Israel made them the dens which are in mountains and in caves and strongholds. And so it was when Israel had sown that the Midianites came up, and the Amalekites and the children of the east, even they came up against them, and they encamped against them and destroyed the increase of the earth till thou come unto Gaza, and left no sustenance for Israel, neither nor ass. Once again, we being oppressed by another nation of people. You understand? When we tried to grow crops to sustain our nation, the Midianites, the Amalekites, and some more heathens, they came up against us and fought against us. You understand? And let me read that again. And left no sustenance for Israel, neither sheep nor ox nor ass. So they took all of our livestock when we was in the midst of trying to plant stuff to feed our nation. You understand? For they came up with their cattle and their tents, and they came as grasshoppers for multitude. For both they and their camels were outnumbered, and they entered into the land to destroy it. So they came into our land to destroy our land. You understand? They destroyed our land by taking our livestock, you understand, and messing up the fields where we actually planting our food, because, of course, to sustain a nation, you need food to keep people alive. So if we growing our own goddamn food, then we can be an independent nation, and we don't need any goddamn oppressors to actually monitor what we're doing. You understand? To sell us fruits and vegetables at high prices because we growing them our own goddamn selves, right? Verse 6. And Israel was greatly impoverished because of the Midianites, and the children of Israel cried unto the Lord. So we was impoverished because of these heathens. You understand? And we cried unto the Lord. Just like when the going get tough, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we get on our knees and pray to God. You understand? We cry to the Lord, Lord, please, man, have some mercy on me. You understand? And we ask for mercy at this time because we are being impoverished by these goddamn heathens. You understand? We being oppressed by these heathens, right? Verse 7. And it came to pass when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord because of the Midianites, that the Lord sent a prophet unto the children of Israel, which said unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I brought you up from Egypt and brought you forth out of the house of bondage, and I delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of all that oppressed you, and drave them out from before you, and gave you their land. And I said unto you, I am the Lord your God. Fear not the God of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell, but ye have not obeyed my voice. The Lord said, man, look, I did all of these wonderful works for you. I bought y'all out of the land of Israel. You understand? I made sure that y'all had something to eat for 40 years in the wilderness. Shalom Yahabashim Yahushua Barakatah Shabar. You know what I'm saying? The water for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? But I did all of these works and had mercy on y'all and told y'all to not follow the God of these Amorites. You know what I'm saying? But y'all didn't listen. So now I gave y'all into the hand of these Midianites. And they oppressing y'all, and y'all are in poverty. You understand? Salakia. Verse 11. Salakia. Verse 11. And there came an angel of the Lord and sat under an oak tree, which was in Ophrah, that pertained unto Joash the Abizarite. And his son Gideon threshed wheat by the winepress to hide it from the Midianites. You understand? So Gideon, right? This brother is being oppressed by these goddamn heathens. And in turn, what does he do? He starts to grow wheat behind the winepress to hide it from the Midianites. You understand? And why is he growing wheat behind the winepress? Right? This brother had to feed his family because the Midianites was trying to starve us. You see, they already decimated our crops. They took all our livestock from us. This brother turned to crime. You understand? Because he was oppressed by these goddamn heathens, right? Just like it's no different today than a brother selling weed. Not saying that Gideon was the equivalent of a brother that's selling weed, because Gideon was a criminal according to the law of those lands. He wasn't a criminal according to God. Like, it's not a crime to collect rainwater in America. But according to the law of the land, it's a crime to collect rainwater. You understand? But God don't see nothing wrong with you collecting rainwater, but your oppressor does. And it's the same thing that happened in Midian. You understand? These Midianites want to starve the children of Israel. So Gideon, him being a stand-up man, him being a man of God, understood that he had to feed his goddamn family. So what did he do? He grew wheat behind the wine press. You understand? Like, that's no different than you having a side hustle and trying to get you some extra money to be able to sustain your family and actually not have to live in hell. You understand? Right? Verse 12. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him and said unto him, the Lord is with thee, thou mighty man of valor. You hear that? If Gideon was such a criminal, you understand, and such a brother that did so much wrong, then the Lord would have not have been with him. You understand? But the Lord was with Gideon because Gideon was the man of the Lord. You understand? Of course, he turned into crime according to the law of the land, but the Lord didn't see nothing wrong with Gideon actually sustaining himself by growing wheat behind the wine press, because the Lord knows we are being oppressed by these goddamn heathens. You understand? Like, the Lord is not going to say that you are a sinner because you collecting rainwater in America. But your goddamn your Caucasian slave master, he gonna come down on you behind collecting that rainwater. Why? He's selling bottles of waters at the store. Water come out the goddamn sky, free from God. You understand? But he don't want you to collect rainwater because you're gonna stop his industry of selling you crystal geyser waters. You understand? You gonna cripple his economy with selling you bottles of water by the cases at Walmart. You understand? When water is goddamn free. You understand? There's water in the earth, in the oceans. You understand? In the sky, right? Verse 13. And Gideon said unto him, O my Lord, if the Lord be with us, why then is all this befallen us? You hear that? The angel of the Lord said, Gideon, man, the Lord is with you. Gideon, like, man, look, if the Lord is with us, why is all of this stuff happening to us? Why are we being oppressed? He don't have the spirit of a Christian to actually care about his own goddamn self. If the Lord is with us, if he's with the children of Israel, then why are we being oppressed by these, by these Midianites and these so-called Jewish people? You understand? Why can we not grow our own food? Why did they come decimate our fields, you understand, when we was growing all type of fruits and vegetables and grains to feed our goddamn babies? If the Lord is with us, why did they take everything from us? You understand? Middle of verse 13. And where be all his miracles which our fathers told us of, saying, did not the Lord bring us up from Egypt? But now the Lord has forsaken us and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we don't look towards the Lord when the going gets tough. We don't look at how the Lord saved us from oppression of these goddamn Egyptians. We don't look at that anymore. You know why? Because Jesus loves everybody. God and Christ is a white man now. So we look for our savior to actually save us. I mean, so like our so-called white savior to save us. You understand? We not reverencing the Lord on how he brought us out of the land of Egypt anymore because we don't believe in the Bible. We believe that the white man is God, and when the white man sees fit for us to get out of poverty and hell, then that's when it's going to happen. So we look to please our goddamn slave master. You understand? We don't look in the Bible to actually find the solution to black on black crime and being oppressed by another nation of people. Nah, we go out there and march and ask our goddamn slave master, can he not be so harsh on us? We go down there and burn up these cities when one of us get killed unjustly by a goddamn police officer because Christianity has forced you to think that this Bible is a damn joke. When this is your heritage, this is the solution to sustain your nation. This is the solution to get rid of black on black violence. This is the solution to living in perfect harmony while you living in an oppressed state of mind, you understand, amongst your people, right? In an empire of a goddamn Caucasian devil that don't give a damn about you. You understand? Like, the truth is not magical. You don't come into the truth and then you just automatically go live in a big house somewhere in America and you not living up under these curses anymore. A lot of us still living in projects. You understand? But Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Slakia, Barakatah Yahweh Shah for Commander General Yana and keeping this truth going. You understand? And sacrificing everything that he had to actually get brothers and sisters like myself to actually see the bigger picture on us coming together as a nation and coming back to our law, statutes, and commandments so we can have some protection on us. When Most High Christ, when you don't reference your power, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're going to be asking yourself, why am I in this state of mind? Why am I being impoverished by another nation of people? When you don't come to the men of the Lord, when you don't come to the priests and prophets of the I should be up under Commander General Yohana, you're going to keep living in a docile state of mind. You're going to keep living in a impoverished state of being, and you're going to be looking at your life like, man, I'm better off dead. You understand? You're going to be looking at that paycheck, you know what I'm saying, that you got from doing so much overtime and hard back breaking labor, you understand? And when you get that paycheck after they took a whole lot of taxes out of that paycheck, you're going to want to go murder somebody. You're going to want to go rob somebody because you being impoverished, you understand, and you don't understand what to do about it in this empire because you don't know your God, because you do not know your people, because you don't know that the Lord is with you and you're supposed to go through these hardships in order for you to snap back into reality, to come back to your law, statutes, and commandments so your people can get out of hell. You're not gonna question what's going on like Gideon would, right? Reading on. Verse 14. And the Lord looked upon him and said, go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from thy hand, from the hand of the Midianites. Have not I sent thee? You understand? This is what Black, Latino, and Native Americans are supposed to do. He said, go in this thy might, meaning be strong. Keep that zeal of being a warrior, but at the same time, go out there and preach to your people on the streets the truth about what's happening to your people in this empire. You understand? Commander General Yohana tells us, nigga, go to camp and wreak havoc on this empire because Christ told him to do it. You understand? Like, let me go to Ezekiel chapter 35. Salakia. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. This is what the men up under the Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK do every day. Every time we teach class, every time we go out to camp, you understand? We go out and we prophesy against Mount Seir. We set our face against Caucasians. We condemn them for the crimes that they have committed against the Lord's chosen people and tell them what's going to befall them in the future. You're going into slavery, Caucasian man. We don't give a damn about how you feel about it. All of you so-called fake Israelites, you understand, that follow the customs of the Jewish man, y'all Negroes need to wake up and come into the truth. You understand? Because the Lord said that he is going to kill anybody that is married unto these goddamn heathens. You gonna get it. You understand? And I wish it was different for you. I wish the Lord would have mercy on you. You understand? For you being so wicked and ignorant about what the hell you got going on in this empire. But the Lord is not going to be slack in his judgment. He not finna sit up here and give you no pass when he sent his son back in a green garment. You know how funny the Lord is? The Lord is a Negro. The Lord is a nigga. You ever heard the saying, it's a green light on everybody? That means, nigga, it's a goal to kill you. That's why Christ is coming back in a goddamn green garment, because it's a green light on the world. It's go time, meaning the Lord is going to pronounce judgment on you goddamn heathens, as well as you wicked Israelite people, you understand, that want to marry unto these goddamn heathens. It's going to be a green light for you. You understand? And when Christ come back with that long green garment and that golden war belt, and he cracked them skies, and every man on planet Earth sees him, then you gonna know you done effed up. You understand? Then you gonna know that you should have done what you did to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You Christians, unfortunately, y'all gonna learn the hard way when Christ come back and cut your goddamn head off because you would rather a white man rule over you than your own goddamn brother. You understand? Salakia. Let me see. Let's go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 11. Get a couple more scriptures and I'm going to end it. You know what I'm saying? Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. When brothers are oppressed in this empire, you understand what we do? We grab a gun. PNB Rock gets murdered. Pop Smoke gets murdered. Because the brothers that did this to them are oppressed. You understand? And we don't advocate no violence at all. You understand? But naturally, a brother with a warrior-like spirit that don't actually know what to do with that spirit that he got on him, he's going to grab a gun and he's going to do something violent to somebody because him being oppressed has made him mad. You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 4. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter. You understand? This is what we do in the ISBK. We feed the flock of the slaughter. Who's the flock of the slaughter? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the ones that's being slaughtered in this empire. You're the ones that's being killed by racist police officers. You're the ones that's marching and tearing down cities because the brother George Floyd, you know what I'm saying, had a police officer kneel on his neck for however many goddamn minutes and suffocated that brother on the corner. You understand? Trayvon Martin was murdered unjustly by some racist devil, you understand, that just didn't want him in his goddamn neighborhood. When a brother only went to the store to go buy some goddamn Skittles and Arizona juice. You understand? You are the flock of the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? You fought in these wars for America on the front line and died for your people to just keep continuing to be in slavery. You understand? Like, I was watching General Muhammad's class earlier, and I seen some Negro that loves white people. Of course, he commented on it like, y'all say something about us not being able to vote, but shouldn't we still vote because our forefathers, he didn't say forefathers, but he was like, our brothers and sisters actually died for us to have a choice to vote. Okay. And of course they died for you to have a choice to vote. And you still dying, no matter who the hell you vote for. We vote for Joe Biden, they still smoking us. You understand? A lot of niggas voted for Donald Trump. They still killing us. You know what I'm saying? Look at what, like, ain't nothing changed in America. Joe Biden ain't changed a goddamn thing. I don't give a damn who you vote for, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. If you don't vote for Christ, you're going to keep getting murdered. If you don't for your own brother, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Christ to actually be the ruler and the king over planet Earth, you're going to die in this place. Period. You understand? So no, you're not supposed to vote. The scriptures say, don't set up a king over you that's not of your people. You understand? Even if you do vote for some Negro that they give a chance at being the president in this country, unlike Obama, because Obama was not a goddamn Negro. Obama was a big head Hamite, you understand, that had nothing to do with being a descendant of the slave trade. You understand? He was actually one of the people that was a descendant of the people that actually sold us into slavery. You understand? But let's say the brother Herman Cain was elected president when he ran for president. You vote for him, you still voted for your slave master, because your president has presidential advisors. You know what I'm saying? Well, if I'm the goddamn president of the free world, why the hell do I need a goddamn advisor? The reason why you need an advisor is because this is not what you want. What's going on in America, whether you're a black president, white president, African president, woman president, man president, transgender president, what the hell ever, you're still going off the agenda of wicked, rich, wealthy white men. You know what I'm saying? So now we don't vote for anybody. You understand? We vote for our king, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 4. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter. Verse 5. Whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Man, look, Caucasians kill black people. You understand? Like, and hold themselves not guilty. When we get killed by a racist police officer who is our possessor and oppressor, he goes to court and what he plead? Not guilty. He literally goes to court after he gunned down this unarmed black man, and how do you plead? Not guilty. And 9 times out of 10, the judge is going to find him not guilty as well, because your oppressor does not hold himself guilty for him murdering you. You understand? And hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. Man, look. America is saying, God bless America. Didn't America sell us into slavery? Wasn't we bought and sold as slaves here? And why is these Edomites saying, God bless America? The reason why they saying God bless America, because they rich. Man, I almost cussed. They are effing rich off of you being a goddamn slaves. And they saying, blessed be the Lord. Man, I'm rich. God bless America. Man, look, on the dollar bill, it say, in God we trust. It says, in God we trust on the dollar bill. This is the land of the slaves. Come on, man. Who? How dare a nigga say this Bible is not alive? You understand? The Lord is way smarter than man. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you ever think that you had a question about is in this Bible. I'm gonna read that again. Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. Donald Trump loves this country. He understands that Caucasian people sold black people into slavery, build up billion-dollar industries, cotton, livestock, sugar, you know what I'm saying? Insurance companies, all of this. And what do they do in turn? Oh, slavery was a long time ago. God bless America. God bless America and nowhere else. Come on, man. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? And their own shepherds pity them not. And our own shepherds pity us not. Who your shepherds? Your slave, your token Negro that's shucking jive for your slave master, your Christian pastor, your Muslim imam. You know what I'm saying? Louis Farrakhan, which ain't nothing but a goddamn Christian. And come to find out, scratch him. This nigga's not even our shepherd. Louis Farrakhan has a Caucasian daddy. Would you look at that? And you got all of these niggas that's supposed to be the so-called religious leaders and people in the conscious community that reference Louis Farrakhan. Y'all ain't doing nothing but referencing Farad Muhammad all over again. Because Farad Muhammad was a goddamn white man, just like Louis Farrakhan. You understand? Your shepherds don't have pity on you, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why you're oppressed by your goddamn slave master, because Al Sharpton is going to complain about McDonald's not raising minimum wages, and then when McDonald's give his ass a check, he gonna shut the hell up and go right back in his rabbit hole, counting his money, eating his goddamn pork, shrimp, and crab and lobster, and having orgies with white women. You know what I'm saying? Just like he did with Honda. He said Honda ain't employing black people, but we keep buying all of their goddamn cars and they industries thrive. Meanwhile, you don't hire black people in your plants to actually make some real money to actually sustain their families, you know what I'm saying? At your plants where the mass production of these cars is at. You know what Honda did? They wrote that big head nigga a check. He's out of there. He ain't saying nothing. Which Al Sharpton is a goddamn federal informant anyway. Al Sharpton is supposed to be a shepherd for the children of Israel. Do you know this Negro wore a wire and set up drug deals in the black community in the 70s? They got this nigga on camera selling kilos of cocaine. Your shepherd don't give a damn about you, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And this is why you are impoverished. Christianity. Come on, man. Don't get me started on Orgy Mike. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Captain Tazariak, a.k.a. Michael King, a.k.a. Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? This nigga didn't give a damn about black people. He talking about non-violent. This Negro has put the spirit on black people to actually get your ass beat by white people in order for you to go eat at fucking Raising Cane's, which is a disgusting establishment, if you ask me, when niggas invented fried chicken. It's supposed to be mom and pop fried chicken shops all up and down the ghetto, all up and down our communities where we feed our own people. It's going to taste way better. And eventually, if we would have thrived how we were supposed to by doing business amongst each other, it'll probably be cheap. You go buy a 3-piece chicken tender at KFC. Man, KFC is a fast food chain restaurant. 3-piece chicken tender dinner with some fries and a goddamn small soda. Man, what that shit like $13 right now? Come on, man. You being oppressed because your shepherds don't give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying? Black on black crime thrives in our community because our shepherds don't give a damn about us. Our oppressors slay us and hold themselves not accountable. And then turn around and be like, God bless America. Boy, we rich. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, wake up. Like Captain Akai said, if you don't wake up, you're going to die in that dream. You're going to die in one of the American dream. The American dream is a goddamn nightmare to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They live deliciously and prosper every goddamn day in this empire while we get slaughtered by these goddamn racist police officers and hid in these prison houses and these wicked Negroes that call themselves men of God, who these preachers and Pharisees and charlatans, you know what I'm saying, they get millions of dollars off of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans being ignorant to what's actually going on in society. Wake the hell up, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Black on black crime is all in this Bible. Not only is it in the Bible, the solution to black on black is in this Bible. The solution to black on black crime, excuse me, is in this Bible. You know what I'm saying? The solution to not being impoverished by another nation of people and not doing anything about it is in this goddamn Bible. Look, I said it once and I say it again. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? And your Christian pastor, he don't give a damn about you. And this is the reason for black on black crime and oppression in the black community. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Rock and Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal the Thumb by Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Shalom, Israel. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be at y'all tomorrow with the Tuesday night brotherhood class. Lord willing. Shalom, Israel.